Lion's Den, powered by KCB Bank. Next in the den are Henry Gitonga and Michael Muhire, who want to make power cheaper and more accessible to everyone.
My name is Henry Gitonga.
Michael Muhire.
We're here today to seek an investment partner and a strategic partner that will invest 30 million shillings for 10% stake in the company. Pata Power is a national super vendor for Kenya Power. We distribute prepaid tokens across the nation, and we're also able to process postpaid payments across the nation. We currently have a stable of about 80,000 customers that we service on a month-to-month basis. The most important thing that we're looking at as a company is the fact that the three most important things is, number one, reducing the cost of electricity in this nation, which is our primary goal. Number two is in making sure that we actually have a tremendous amount of people that are using our service, and by that fact alone, we can be able to increase efficiencies in the system. Our two-year strategy plan is to be able to create a megawatt scale solar energy plant, such that in a sense will make Kenya competitive.
We have since embraced technology, and we've come up with something everybody at home will love. It's an app that allows you to access electricity, be it token or postpaid payments. We are planning on giving a discount on this electricity to our customers so that they're also getting an incentive, which is a cashback which would be redeemed in electricity.
So are you the only partner Kenya Power has that does what you do?
There are currently three other organizations that are actually doing it. And of course, there's mobile money transfers that are actually in the market also.
What's your market share of Kenya Power's?
Right now, we are a little bit below 10% in terms of market share. Currently, there are about 4 million paying customers in this nation. When we reach 1 million, which is actually 25% of the market in that particular way, we'll actually be talking about revenues of about 1 billion. In terms of turnover, about 1 billion, which in a sense will actually give the company 20 million shillings in revenue on a monthly basis.
And what is it that the 30 million you're asking for? What would you use it to do?
Well, there are two key areas in terms of challenges that we face in the market today. Number one is float finance. The entire supply chain is actually prepaid, so we actually have to purchase first before we redistribute it in the market. Second part is to ensure that every Kenyan knows that this particular service is there.
So two things. One, my understanding is that a lot of the people doing prepaid power might be on USSD feature phones, not on smartphones which have apps. So why would I use Pata Power as opposed to using?
The incentive.
Yes.
We would love to give a 1.5% back to our customers.
1.5% of the total of what they
use. These turn into reward points that you can redeem to your postpaid or your prepaid. You can get more tokens over some time, obviously, as they accumulate.
And then you mentioned something on creating another avenue to generate power through solar.
Correct.
Where is that coming into play right now?
Our strategic plan, right, in 2 years is to be able to connect the 1 million customers on our system. What that will do is allow us to go to the GEMS platform on the Nairobi Stock Exchange so we can list. And that's the reason why we're going to the GEMS platform, to raise capital to be able to develop that solar plant.
So in 4 years, in the 4 years you've been in business, you've had 80,000 customers in the last 4 years. So what's going to happen between now and the next year to exponentially increase that?
So the 80,000 customers we're talking about are based on the vendor system that we've been using, which is not a digital platform. It is the kiosks, the supermarkets, and so on and so forth. We believe with digital marketing and some strategic relationships we've put in place, 5 million people who are out there to see value in what we are presenting. If we're giving you an incentive that allows you to mitigate the cost, then that is how we will spread the word.
So smartphone penetration is about 30% in this country. So 70% of people have feature phones, the slums.
Yes.
Most of those people don't have smartphones, they have feature phones. How do you plan to market and target and focus? Because that's where the growth is.
USSD, and also directing them to our vendors will not disappear.
Will you have your own POS, Pata Pay POS? Because what we're trying to do is move away from a token right?
No, but at the POS, you do get a token. The POS actually gives you a
It
ticket
gives you a
with,
token.
with a
So will you
token
have
number.
your own POS? That's what I'm asking.
We do have a network of vendors, up to 3,000 vendors already. That's the business we're in today.
The Lions have quizzed the entrepreneurs from Pata Power on their business model. But will this power access company electrify the den?
Won't the other three players also be looking at digital? It sounds like they're all bigger than you guys, right? So what's to stop them doing the same?
I would say first to markets, this would really help us, because doing it the right way and putting this incentive out. So it's really about, let's get out there and do it first. Because yes, any business, anybody can come in and come after you, but
None of the others are offering incentives at the
No.
moment?
You're onto something. The benefit that the end user wants, you're addressing most of them. Convenience, speed. But I have a serious issue about your valuation, because you're very far away from that 300 million. It's stuff you're going to use this money to do that is going to give you the impetus to get the million clients in order to get the numbers that you get.
Right.
So from an investment point of view, I'm going to be out.
This area for me is, I'm still not very clear on how it works. I know it's very, can get very murky. It's very competitive. You need a lot of muscle to be able to elbow out the other guys somehow.
I appreciate it.
Okay, guys, my concern is that there's a lot of competing solutions. You are trying to get, go the digital way, but we know that the mobile money is very strong in that. I think you have some big investors looking at this space. So I think it's a bit more complicated than maybe you've mentioned, or maybe we haven't understood it. But I think you need to look at that more closely. So I'm going to say I'm out. I wish you all the best.
I think if you can get more people, paying less for their electricity and more people having electricity, that's great. The valuation is a bit exaggerated at this point, but hopefully, you will get there. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So for me, first of all, I'm not sure I'll download an app to pay for electricity. With mobile banking, you can pay from your bank account directly to Kenya Power, number one. Number two, your market, the mass market is, like Chris said, places where people don't have smartphones. So again, I'm not sure if an app should be the priority. Based on the nature of your business, you should be able to get some sort of facility from a bank. I'm out, but I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Okay.
I think we should have done a better job in explaining that we actually own our own software, which has an inherent value in the market.
As small smartphone users who have to pay our own electricity, we can pay your M-Pesa
Directly
from your
from the
bank
bank.
account. So you didn't necessarily download an app just to pay for electricity.
Lion's Den, powered by KCB Bank.